Welcome to my little channel where I'm trying to visit all the beaches on Cape Breton Island. Today I'm taking us to Gooseberry Cove. I'll tell you how to get there, what to expect when you arrive, and I'll end with some interesting information I dug up while researching this area, so hang around till the end. We are going right here. Between Big Lorraine and Little Lorraine is Gooseberry Cove. The main entrance is located here. We're going to drive along here, park here, walk here, check out the view from here, and here. It's magnificent. You're going to love it. Okay, how to get there. From the Big Fiddle in Sydney, it's a 35-minute drive. Drive toward Louisburg. Turn left when you see this sign. Travel along Marconi Trail. Parking and arrival. You've arrived when you see this sign. Across from the sign is a spot to park if you don't want to drive down the dirt road. Speaking of the dirt road, here it is. I love visiting this place every single year, and I've been looking forward to sharing this video. This was recorded October 4th. I left work at 4:30, went home, changed, ate supper, and then hit the road. Arrived shortly after 6 p.m., which meant I had about 45 minutes of daylight. I'll take this opportunity to say the story I tell at the end of this video will be not a happy one. It's a tragedy and it leads to many fatalities, so if you're not in the mood for this, you may want to skip it. Beach access. So I parked here, about 50 steps from the shore. And this is Gooseberry Cove. Here's the sand. So you've got some sand, there's a little bit of rock mixed in there. And behind me there's a bank of rock. There's a pond behind. All right, who owns this land? I checked. It's a mix of provincial and federal crown land. A small piece had been privately owned for a very long time, but that appears to have recently changed. Most of this area is a nature reserve. The hike. I'll be honest, I don't come here for the beach. I come here for the walk and the scenery. The following video is from this area along here. It was so calm, just a very gentle breeze. So the water wasn't wild. It usually is much rougher than this. On one side is the water and rock, and on the other side you'll find wind-swept hills, which you'll see in a moment. You can climb to the top of this hill. It's very deceiving. It's actually higher than you think. I love it here because you can't tell if it's 2024, 1924, 1824, or 1724. There's nothing here. There's no power lines, there's no buildings, it's just nature. can't tell, but I'm probably 30 feet above the water here, maybe more. All right, Nicholls Point. So I'm going to walk over here to Nicholls Point. I'm gonna let the video play uncut so you can get a sense of what it's like. I'm walking faster than usual, but it's because I know that I'm running out of daylight. It's currently 6:29 p.m. in the video. I'm getting close to the end here. View of Gooseberry Cove from Nicholls Point. Over in this direction you have Big Lorraine, Louisbourg, and Gabarouse. My camera is facing south now. View of Herring Cove from Nicholls Point, Little Lorraine and Baleen. And that right there, that little lump, is Little Lorraine Head. So now I'm going to walk east over here. It's 6:35 p.m. I mean, look at that. Look how clear that water is. It makes me think of the Mediterranean a little bit here. So I'm going to walk a little further down the trail. I won't be able to go much further because I'm just running out of time. It's 6:44 p.m. And look what I found out here. May the waves always roll, may the tide always rise a smile when you think about me, in loving memory of Anthony Burke, January 2024. Okay, time to start walking back. The ground is mushy here and it looks like someone laid down rock to step on, which I was very grateful for. And it looks like I got back to the vehicle just in time. 6:58 p.m. There we go. We're heading out 7 p.m. So this is the part of the video where I tell you about some interesting information I learned while researching this beach. Imagine it's the early 1800s. Ships from Europe crossed the Atlantic Ocean. They navigated using the sun and stars. They had navigational tools. But what would they do if it was cloudy or foggy, as it often is over here? I'm not too sure. How easy was it to get off course? To get to the Gulf of St. Lawrence, they would try to pass between Newfoundland and Cape Breton. Our irregular currents, unpredictable weather conditions were a mariner's nightmare. And I should point out, there were 0 lighthouses at this time. In 1833, the Nova Scotia Lighthouse Commissioner described his travel from Manitou to Louisbourg. He said, "It gave us a melancholy view of the numerous wrecks with which the shore is strewed. The whole coast is covered with pieces of the wreck of ships, and in some coves there is an accumulation of shipwreck nearly sufficient to rebuild smaller ones. The number of graves bore strong testimony also that some guide or landmark was wanting in the quarter to guard and direct the approach of strangers to this boisterous, rugged coast." And now I'm going to tell you about the Astrea. The Astrea had departed from Limerick, Ireland, April 15th, 1834. There is a lot of conflicting information online about the total number of people on board, so I'm going to use the information published in the Limerick Chronicle in 1834. There were 13 crew plus 211 passengers, 104 adult males, all under the age of 40, 75 adult females averaging 25 years, and 32 children. In the early morning hours of May 8, 1834, the ship hit rocks at Gooseberry Cove and was destroyed within 20 minutes. Only 3 people made it to shore alive. They walked 2 hours until they found a house and got help. One of the survivors was named Jerome O'Sullivan. His first-hand account was captured in a letter he wrote to his sister Catherine back home in Ireland. I'll put a link down to that letter down in the description. But the tragedy doesn't end there. The wreck was so close to shore that bodies of the victims began to wash ashore, most of them completely naked. Local farmers and fishermen put their work aside to recover the bodies, dressed them, and buried them in a mass grave. The location of this mass grave is not known. A little over a month after the shipwreck, news finally reached Ireland, and the story was reported in the Limerick Chronicle on June 11, 1834. Loss of the Astrea, immigrant ship from this port to America with crew and passengers. The article describes what happened and gives a list of names according to the records from the Custom House in Limerick. Grand total on board 224. To this day, the wreck remains under 33 meters of water. There's a plaque on the ocean floor to remember the wreck. Hey, if you enjoyed this video about Gooseberry Cove, the best way to support the channel is to subscribe and watch more videos. Watch the videos all the way to the end, hit like, leave a comment, all of that sends positive signals to YouTube, and as a result, YouTube pushes my channel to more people. If you're brand new here, welcome to the channel. Check out the playlists I've created just for you. Check out the video description for extra information. And as always, I want to thank you so much for watching. I want you to have a great day, and I'll see you sometime next week. Bye for now.